It's wonderful to be with you again today. I've been out riding my bicycle just now, and it made me think of something. A theme kind of came up as I was out riding, which I will share with you in a moment. But fundamentally, at the core of what I want to share is I'm wondering, do you ever have things in your mind, thoughts and images that just seem like of something you have to do or deal with that you create in your mind as being massive, like enormous and really, really difficult? Literally seeing these clear images of things and the whole body kind of slumping, going, oh man, oh no, right? Do you find it hard to slow down a little, to listen to your body and change the pace at which you're taking on tasks in your life? Or do you just tend to go full pelt, really fast, really hard at everything that you're doing? Well, the reason I'm sharing this is, as I say, I had a pretty rough night's sleep last night. Didn't sleep well, don't know why, whatever. One of those things, one of those mysteries of life. And then this morning, what was I up to? I was working for a while, and then what did I do first? Oh, Pilates. I did an hour of Pilates class, and then I walked my dog for 2 miles, and I came back. I was trying to fit in everything into my day. I wanted to go out for a bike ride, and then I had these other things planned for afterwards. So I'm like, okay, this is the right time. The traffic is quiet. I'm going to go out on my bike. And my body was kind of tired. I've done a lot, as I say, not much sleep, already done Pilates and already walked the dog. But I was like, I really want to go out because I'm trying to get my body really getting stronger and fitter again after having not been able to move it very much or exercise much because of my injuries of late. So anyway, there I was, cycling along the road, decided to go on one particular route, which has a hill in it. And in my mind's eye, I could see this hill before I even saw the hill, right? This is like my mind going ahead into the future, and it kind of saw the hill like something in the Tour de France, in the Pyrenees. I was like, oh, my whole body was like, seriously, I don't think I've got the energy for that hill today. Oh my God, it's just going to be too long, too difficult, it's too much. I don't want to do that today. And I could hear all the talk, I could see the images. And so I sort of stopped within myself as I'm cycling along and saying, it's okay. You know what? We're going to, instead of going out into the future and imagining how difficult it's going to be and how massive the challenge is going to be, instead, I'm going to come back to right here, right now, one pedal at a time. And instead of thinking about how steep that hill is, I'm just going to go one revolution, 1 foot, then the other, 1 foot, then the other. And I'm going to slow down. I'm going to go at the pace that my body feels okay with, where I'm still exercising, but I don't need to push myself every single time I get back on the bike. I need to be gentle with myself. I'm easing back in. So that's what I basically did. I slowed it all down. I decided, I am going to go up that hill. And instead of looking to like my destination, the top of the hill, where then I can feel a bit defeated and a bit deflated and a bit like, I'm never going to make it. Instead of looking ahead, I'm going to stay with where I am right now. And yes, I have to look a little bit ahead because there are potholes around here in the road. And so I do actually need to keep my eye on the road to make sure I'm going around these big holes. But aside from that, I'm staying with where I am. I'm slowing down my breathing. I'm deepening my breathing and keeping my pace to one where, easing off on my gears. So I'm not pushing and pushing. I'm not standing in my pedals. I was like, I'm just going to sit down and take it easy. So I was able to watch because it's the leaves. I'm in New England in the States on the East Coast, and it's a fabulous time of year. In fact, it's my favorite time of the year. The leaves are changing on the trees and they're swirling and dancing as they drift down from the trees. It really is a glorious time of year here and one which I love. So by going slower, I was really able to watch these leaves as they were making their way down to the ground, and I could hear the birds and I could feel the sun on my skin. Beautiful warm day here, thankfully. So, I got to enjoy so many different parts of my ride rather than just the exercise. I need to burn calories, so I need to get fit. It's like, was really lovely to be able to soak in with everything that was going on. And then as I go up this hill, as I say, pedaling one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, taking it easy, there's a big speed screen. I don't know what the word of it is, like a speedometer. And it's one of those ones that warns you if you're going too fast or whatever. I actually like the ones I've seen in the UK where when you're going under the speed limit, they give you a smiley face. And then if you're going too fast, you get the unhappy red face. Personally really like that. But anyway, this one doesn't do that. It doesn't have smiley faces, but it tells you what your speed is. And so normally with me being competitive with myself, when I'm going up that hill and I'm in a stronger, fitter state, I'm always trying to beat the speed of my previous time. So I look and I notice the speed on this screen. I'm like, oh man, I'm only doing this or that. But today I was like, I know what's coming up. I'm going to see my speed on that screen and it's going to be a lot lower than it normally is. And so I looked at it as I came up and it was 8 miles an hour, which I celebrated because had I listened to the chatter in my head, I would have turned around. I wouldn't have even been going up that hill. I'd have gone home. So, 8 miles an hour. That's fine. That's okay. Today, I'm taking in the world around me and I'm looking after my body and I'm listening to what my body's telling me. So it says 8. And then it came up with the words on the screen that said, good day. I was like, you know what? Yes, it is. It really made me laugh out loud. 8, good day. It is because I'm listening to my body and doing what it really wanted me to do. So yeah, anyway, go up, I cycle around this beautiful green and come back home. And it was really kind of just making me think about other projects in my life, other things in my life. One particular creative project that I've got going on that I know I can do the same thing about. What do you have going on with you, right? If you have a think about it, what bubbles up to your mind, something you've sort of can think of as just being this enormous task that just seems so massive and so difficult and really difficult to sort of, sort out, deal with or complete. And we just make it up to be something so much bigger through our stories and our images. And then our body responds by the whole like, oh man, I really don't want to do that, So it did, as I say, it made me think of a particular creative project that I've got going on that just feels rather large at the moment. To just break it down into small steps. What is it today? Like following my bliss today, what is it that's what's calling to me today with this project for me to do? To slow myself down, take off the expectations of operating at a really sort of fast pace, like, really putting in hours and hours at a time and pushing myself to get there and sort of go, nah, enough pushing, enough forcing, take my foot off the gas, slow down on my pedals, whatever that is, freewheel for a bit if we're still on the cycling analogy. And, it's okay. There are times when we're meant to be going slower and other times when we can speed up and go at a faster pace. And there are other times too when we're just meant to go, no. But, I need a rest, I need a break from this. But I did really check in. I could sense in me today the difference between whether it was my body really saying, I am absolutely exhausted. There is no way I want to go up there. I could tell the difference between that and my mind just going, oh, that hill is so big. I'm never going to get up it. So yeah, kind of really tune in, but be gentle with yourself. I suppose that's what I'm saying, really. Be gentle with yourself and listen in to your own body's compass. What is it telling you? And it doesn't necessarily mean stop or avoid doing something. It's like maybe it just needs a different approach. Maybe you just need to be a bit gentler and a bit kinder to yourself. Maybe there are other people in your universe who you see with these big tasks. Maybe you can suggest a similar thing to them, that it's okay, slow down. Our culture is so much about do, get, achieve. It's like, it can be so hard to stop in the face of all of that strong conditioning to check in with it. Is that what works for you? And it might, in which case, go for it. Or it might work for you that week. Wonderful. But really tune in to you. What is it that you want? What does your body want? What will create more harmony in your life? Yeah, so, and I got to soak in the beauty of nature today too, and see those leaves dancing and swirling. So I got so many gems as well by slowing down. I actually didn't come away from it with the feeling of like, I did that. I nailed that. I did it. I made myself. I didn't. I was like, no, I'm pleased I went out. It's a beautiful route. And I'm pleased that I listened to myself that I enjoyed the ride so much. So again, coming back to see what bubbles up with you. How can you perhaps approach something in a gentler, more loving, in a slower way that's more in tune with the pace that you want to be operating at the moment? That's really what I've got today. Oh, and the one other thing about giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to slow down. As I say, the strength, the conditioning can be so much about, got to do this, got to do all of these things. I can cope with all these projects at once. Give yourself permission to take one thing at a time, to slow down and really savor in the beauty of life with the people around you, the world around you, with all the beautiful things that are happening, focusing on that and what a beautiful, beautiful world we live in and how incredible nature is through all of the seasons, wherever you live. Right, that's it for today. Take some deep breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And noticing just in this second before we finish, if there are any areas of tension inside of your body, any tightness, anywhere that's talking to you, just direct your breath into those places. And give yourself permission to just release any tension, any tightness. Bringing your awareness right into the core of your heart, into your heart of hearts, into your energetic heart. And rest there a while as you continue with all of the tasks of the day, as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Thank you for listening. And here's to hoping I get a much better night's sleep tonight after all this exercise today. It's been a pleasure as always. And I'm really looking forward to the next time that we connect. See you soon. Bye.